Hello, this is Mrs. Workman. Solve x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 108 by using the square root property. Let's recopy the quadratic equation. There are several ways to go about this, but we've been asked to use the square root property. So to that end, I'm going to concentrate on the trinomial x squared plus 10x plus 25. And when I look at that carefully, I notice that it is a perfect square trinomial. So its two factors are exactly the same. X plus 5, that quantity times the quantity x plus 5 is equal to x squared plus 10x plus 25. Because both its factors are the same, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that multiplication using an exponent. And it's right here that we're going to use that square root property. In order to solve for x, I'm going to have to undo this squaring. And to undo the squaring, I'm going to use its inverse operation, which is square rooting. And of course, if we take the square root of the left-hand member, then we need to take the square root of the right-hand member as well. Here the squaring and the square rooting cancel each other out. And you can see as we do each step in the solution process, we are getting to that x value. We're getting closer and closer to it. Before we go any further, let's take a look at this square root of 108. I'm going to rewrite that as plus or minus the square root of 36 times the square root of 3. Let's go ahead and simplify this radical right away. The square root of 36 is 6, and then we've got that times radical 3, or times the square root of 3. So all I've done here is I've just gone ahead and used my steps for simplifying a square root, and I've replaced plus or minus the square root of 108 with plus or minus 6 times the square root of 3. And so that final step in the solution process would be to subtract 5 from both sides, giving me x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus 6 times the square root of 3. Now let's come up here and look at that. This actually is two roots. It tells me that x is equal to negative 5 plus 6 times the square root of 3. And it also tells me that x could be negative 5 minus 6 radical 3. And so x could be one or the other of these irrational numbers. So these irrational numbers are the exact roots of this equation. If you want to rewrite these as decimals to get approximate roots, we can do that. And you would get that x is approximately equal to 5.4, or x is approximately equal to negative 15.4. These are the two exact irrational roots. These are the two approximate decimal roots.